The team shot over 500 photographs and 16 hours of film. Some showed only lights, distant blurry spheres of red and yellow.
There's the
blown out, pure white.
tape measure.
As Captain Alonda examined one of these pictures, he saw the flashlight on his desk and had an idea. What if instead of examining
15
the
feet,
photograph, he examined the negative?
50
He thought
pound.
doctors hold x-rays up to a lighted board. He tried the same technique. He enlarged the negatives, which looked pure black, but they weren't. When Alonda held them up to a light, he saw the faint outline of an object. Captain Alonda asked Milton Mendoza to join the team. Mendoza was a filmmaker and photographer, but he was also a sergeant and a trusted friend. Mendoza brought special ultraviolet film and showed the team a new technique. Instead of trying to photograph the lights directly, they focused on capturing the solid shapes hidden within them. It worked. The new photos revealed cylindrical objects with black bands along their hulls. Some were over 300 feet long, bigger than a 747. The objects moved in formation, even when diving into Morocco Bay, always without making a sound. The cameras also caught smaller probes being released from what the team called motherships. These probes would be returned to the larger craft after conducting what seemed to be surveillance missions. By December 1977, the team had documented enough evidence to prove these objects were real. Captain Alonda sent the evidence to Regional Air Command. He immediately received a call from a brigadier general with new orders. Surrender all photos, footage, and documents. All findings and reports were to be classified. Shut everything down. The team was surprised. They were finally making progress, but Captain Alonda followed orders. They packed up camp and returned to base. Operation Saucer was over. Alonda believed the Brazilian government shut them down because they didn't want them to find out who or what was controlling the UFOs. But it was too late. Captain Alonda already knew. Soon after the military left Colades, UFO encounters ended. The Air Force's official statement? Nothing extraordinary was found. Back in Colades, the story faded into local legend. But in 1996, Brazil made headlines with another UFO incident in Virginia.
Shutting that episode down in your probe canal.
Virginia.
What I say?
The public
Oh my
answers.
gosh,
For 20
dude.
years, Captain Alonda kept silent about Colades. Then in 1997, now a retired lieutenant colonel, he decided the truth had to come out. For 2 days, Alonda spoke with A.J. Javert of Brazilian UFO magazine. His memory was sharp, but something had changed in the captain. The confident military commander was gone, replaced by a man haunted by what he'd seen. He described 3 encounters with the objects. The first happened during a routine night watch. A light appeared over Morocco Bay, performing impossible maneuvers. The object was cylindrical, about 100 meters long, and made a strange hum.
Essa troca fazendo barulho de barulho de ar, tornando bem mais forte, parecia que estava todo mundo, barulho de turbina. Não era barulho de jato, era barulho de uma coisa girando, uma coisa.
The second encounter occurred on the beach. A craft appeared directly above his team.
Ela veio acompanhando a lateral, a marcha do rio oposta do lado de lá. Ela veio acompanhando, e a gente veio, olha ali. Olha lá, e veio, quando chegou na direção da ilha, ela entrou na direção do Belém. Mas está muito baixo. Na altura das árvores, passando a ponta das árvores. Ele estava uma luz muito grande, um troço enorme.
The object was close enough that Alonda could see it wasn't made of any material he recognized. The surface seemed to shift and flow like liquid metal. At this point, Alonda realized the objects were aware of them and were being operated by an intelligence.
Eles pareciam que tinham absoluta certeza de onde estavam. Eles não procuravam. Eles estavam em cima da gente. Depois de algum tempo que nós estivemos lá, vamos dizer, depois de um mês, as coisas eram em cima da gente. Eles já estavam em cima da gente, eles sabiam o que a gente estava fazendo. Você podia se deslocar, estava aqui e ia para outro lugar. É lá que eles, como se eles tivessem conhecimento da nossa movimentação, sabiam configurar para onde estava.
Operation Saucer lasted 4 months. During this time, Alonda sometimes went home to see his family. During one of these visits, in his own home, he had a life-changing incident.
I heard you
found someone special.
Yeah.
Is that dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's fresh cut. Real meat, real veggies for Peter.
That's Peter. Should have known.
Do make a pretty cute couple.
Late one night, he was in bed when he heard a crack, like an electrical power surge.
Tem algum problema ali, aquele tá ali muito grande, muito forte. E no mesmo momento em que iluminou o quarto.
After the flash of light, Orlando found himself standing up, paralyzed with fear. He felt a presence behind him.
Tinha um ser atrás de mim, me abraçando. Até uma situação meio esquisita. O cara me abraçando por trás. Eu não gostei muito da história, não.
Uh-oh. Did he get probed?
Not exactly.
That is not a good answer to that question.
While Orlando was restrained, he saw another being at the end of his bed. It was just under 5 feet tall and dressed in a suit that reminded him of an astronaut or a diver. He didn't see its face, only a gray mask.
Eu estava muito assustado. E aquele bicho, o cara me abraçando. Me abraçou, apertou e falou no meu ouvido em português.
Oh, no, this isn't going to turn into alien erotica like from a Chino story, is it?
Will you let the man speak?
Yeah, I'm not judging, I'm just asking.
Mentalizada, mentalizada, uma voz tensa. Falando no meu ouvido isso. Calma, não vamos te fazer nenhum mal.
Another crack, another flash of light, and it was over. His wife slept through the whole thing. Orlando thought it was a dream. But the next day, driving back to the operation, his forearm felt itchy. He noticed it was red.
You didn't play it.
Yep. During his interview, Orlando rolled up his sleeve and pressed his forearm. Something moved under the skin. A small, flexible object. X-rays couldn't detect it, but a compass could. Javert asked what happened to all the photos and the documentation of Operation Saucer. Orlando said he didn't know. The government denied everything, and the operation was classified. He was ordered to stay silent, and he obeyed for 20 years. So why speak now? Well, he felt the duty to tell the truth before he died, or...
Vou repetir. Nunca falei pra ninguém. Tinha autorizado a publicar. Tá, tô te falando agora. Já tô com 70, daqui a pouco tô com 70, você chegar lá, não desaparecerá.
Orlando's concern about disappearing seemed strange. But just weeks after giving this interview,
No.
before the article was even published,
Oh, no.
he was found dead in his apartment. He apparently hung himself using the belt of his bag.
Yeah.
This is usually the part of the story where I debunk what I can. But with Clarice, there's nothing to debunk. Now, maybe the attacks weren't from UFOs, but the fact is, it happened. And then, it happened again. In 2014, another string of UFO attacks in Brazil. This time, indigenous tribes deep in the Amazon. The same light beams, the same injuries. The methodical nature of these attacks suggests something calculated, not random encounters. These beings are on mission. We just don't know what mission. Some scientists worry they're testing our defenses and technology. Now, if that's true, we might want to keep it quiet. Stephen Hawking warned that an advanced civilization might view us like Europeans viewed Native Americans, primitives to be conquered or eliminated. Physicist David Brin suggested any civilization capable of interstellar travel would see emerging technological species as future rivals, better to eliminate them early. This became known as the Dark Forest Hypothesis, named after Leo Cixin's Body Problem books.
The universe is a dark forest. Every civilization is a hunter stalking through the trees like a ghost, gently pushing aside branches that block the path and trying to tread without sound. Even breathing is done with care. The hunter has to be careful because everywhere in the forest are stealthy hunters like him.
Every civilization hides in the shadows facing the same problem. They don't know who else is out there. But they know two things. Resources are limited, and technology grows exponentially. Any civilization discovered today could become a threat tomorrow.
If he finds other life, another hunter, an angel or a demon, a delicate infant or a tottering old man, a fairy or a demigod, There's only one thing you can do: open fire and eliminate them. In this forest, hell is other people, an eternal threat that any life that exposes its own existence will be swiftly wiped out. This is the picture of cosmic civilization. It's the explanation of the Fermi paradox.
The Fermi paradox asks, if billions of advanced civilizations should exist, where is everybody? The answer, they're hiding. The moment you reveal yourself, you become a target. Not because advanced civilizations are evil, but because they can't risk letting potential competitors emerge. We don't know what these UFOs want, and given their technology, they could destroy us easily, but haven't. Does that mean they're friendly? Not necessarily. Maybe they just don't care. We're not a threat. Like the aliens in the three-body problem. They may think of us as bugs. And like bugs, we can be annoying, but we're not really dangerous. But what happens when wasps build a nest in your attic and start stinging your children? You call an exterminator. Our radio waves, space programs, and attempts at alien contact are like lighting a flare in a dark forest. They might lead to a new alien race making first contact, a race that will do more than experiment on a small number of people. Our government may have technology that aliens would view as threatening, and if it exists, it might be better to keep it a secret. But the decision shouldn't be up to the military alone. The military's job is to destroy things and kill people, and that's what they do. The military is necessary. But we need to show humanity is capable of more than destruction. We need civilians involved, scientists, philosophers, theologians. We need our brightest minds and our most empathetic souls, people who represent the best of us. Because when first contact is finally made, it'll either be the greatest achievement of the human race or the end of it. We need to make this decision now, and let's not get it wrong. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I'm AJ. There's Heckerfish.
A tinfoil hat in your head keeps the blood in your veins.
This has been the Watt Files. If you have fun or learn anything, do him a favor, comment, subscribe, like, share. I know I'm a broken record, but it only takes a second and it really helps us out. And like most topics we cover on the channel, today's was recommended by you. So if there's something you want to see or learn more about, go to thewattfiles.com/tips. Remember, the Watt Files is also a podcast. Twice a week I post deep dives into the stories we cover here on the channel, and I also post episodes that wouldn't be allowed on the channel. And starting in a couple of weeks, we're going to start dropping even smaller, bite-sized episodes about cryptids and UFO encounters and weird, fun stuff. I think you're going to like it. The podcast is called The Watt Files, Operation Podcast, and it's available everywhere. Now, if you need more Watt Files in your life, check out our Discord. There are thousands of people on there. So 24/7, there's something going on, and they're into the same weird stuff we are. It's a great community, it's really supportive, it's a lot of fun, and it's free to join. If you want to know what's going on with Watt Files at any given time, check out our production calendar. That's at thewattfiles.com/cal. There we post our episode schedule, upcoming podcasts, live streams, all that stuff. Special thanks to our patrons who made this channel possible. Every episode of the Watt Files is dedicated to our Patreon members. I couldn't do this without you. You keep me strong, you keep me motivated, you keep me brave. Thank you. And if you'd like to support the channel, keep us going, join this community, consider becoming a member on Patreon. For as little as $3 a month, you get access to perks like videos early with no commercials, access to merch only available to members, plus you get 2 private live streams every week just for members. And the whole team is on the stream. We got our cameras on, you can turn your camera on, jump up on stage, ask a question, tell a joke, suggest a topic, talk about whatever you want. Another great way to support the channel is grab something from the Watt Files store.
One of these festival coffee mugs, you can stick your finger in your fist or whatever you want to stick in there. You can program it whatever you want, I'm not concerned. Bring the hoodie, some of my face on it. Oh, one of these creepy YouTube dolls. I even did like a voodoo doll, and she's like a creepy human face. What about you in the hackable? Oh, bring the squeezy animal. Tell you hecklish.
But before you buy merch, make sure you become a member on YouTube. YouTube members get 10% off everything in the Watt Files store forever.
I wish you'd stop talking about the discount. It's really cutting into the profit sheet.
Those are the plugs, and that's going to do it. Until next time, be safe, be kind, and know that you are appreciated.
I believe it be a scenario 51, a secret club.
like I should. But then another conspiracy theory becomes the truth, my friends. And it never ends. No, it never ends. I feel the crack and got stuck inside man's home with them chaos truck. I feel only too aware. Did Stanley Kubrick face the moon landing alone on a film set? Or were the shadows people there? The love for aliens just fought the smiling man, I'm told. And his name was Cole. And I can't believe I'm dancing with the fish. And the fish on Thursday nights when they chase you. Where my memory all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth. So what over me all through the night. The Mothman sightings and the soda stuff still come to Augusta, the city underground. Mysterious number stations, planets exposed to Project Stargate, and where the dark watchers found. In a simulation, don't you worry though. The Black Knight satellite told the whistle. I can't believe I'm dancing with the fish. And the fish on Thursday nights when they chase you. Where my memory all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth. So what over me all through the night. And the fish on Thursday nights when they chase you. Where my memory all through the night. All I ever wanted was to just hear the truth. So what over me all through the night. Because she is a camel, camels love to dance. When the feeling is wide awake
Give you the freedom to tell your story with a professional website that reflects who you are and what you have to offer. Customize every image of your website to meet your needs and achieve your goals. Create a unique visual experience that enhances your product.